Alright, so before I even start this video, right away, a big reason for me making this video is that it's a big topic and I hope to get a couple of views with this. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not even gonna try to cap here. Like, I do have something to say to this topic, which I don't hear anyone talking about. But in the end, the big reason for me to make this video is still that it's a big topic and I can kind of leech onto that. Just wanted to clarify that. I just like to be transparent even if I do shit that's not really that honorable. But yeah, you probably heard about this topic here. The streamer Hasan, he's like a political streamer and he's very, very controversial. He has a lot of people that do not like him. I don't really know who he is. I just heard that he like promotes terrorism and shit. That's what I heard about him. But that's not at all what this is about. So this guy apparently shocked his dog on stream.
Okay, it's the same reason as to why America, Kaya, please just fucking go, just stop. Jesus Christ, what are you doing? You're being such a baby.
Alright, so that was the place in a stream where he apparently shocked his dog. Now, there was a lot of investigation work going on with even like XQC getting involved, which is crazy. Like, didn't XQC cover this David case like a couple of weeks back when it happened, and also like discovered some shit there? And now he's doing the same with this Hasan case, bro. He should be like doing investigation work at this point. So the big discussion was if this is a shock collar or if it's not, because Hasan is arguing that it's not a shock collar, it's only a vibration collar, which can only vibrate and can't shock. But it's pretty much been proven, like from all that I've seen, it's pretty much been proven that it is a shock collar. But when he showed it to the camera, which was like one day after this happened, it looked like he removed the prongs, which you can do on this model, and just taped over the outlet. Now, the whole shock collar thing is the one thing in this situation, right? Now, he's pretty much been cooked by everyone and their mom over this, so I'm not gonna cover that. You can get pretty much all the information from all the big channels here. Bro, this thumbnail is crazy, by the way. This is insane, dude. But what I've been wondering, me and my family, we always had dogs, right? I was raised with dogs, and like my family still has dogs. And so we were never the strictest with our dogs, because to us they're a part of the family. And we also took on dogs from shelters that were like badly injured and you didn't really know how long they have to live. So we had one dog that was hit by a car, and she legitimately does not have a hip bone, so her rear legs are just held on by muscle. And so with her especially, we did not really give a shit about training. Like, she listens to commands like come. Like, if we're out with her and we call her, she will come. Like, she won't attack kids and shit like that. Like the basics, right? The very basics to be able to have a dog. But I don't know, in my opinion, a dog is a member of the family and not some toy that you get in order to train it like it's a fucking Pokemon. And it's different with police dogs, for example, right? Like, police dogs are literally workers. They literally work. So they have to function in order to do the work. So that's something completely different, right? And that's why they're also treated differently from a normal fucking house dog. Like, if you see a cop with a canine, you do not just go up there and try to pet the dog. Also, by the way, don't do that with like normal people's dogs. Always ask the owner if it's okay if you can pet the dog. But that's just on a side note. And so yeah, everybody's talking about how he shocked his dog, which is very bad. And to me, all that I've seen really speaks for the fact that he did shock the dog with a shock collar. Yeah, he's pretty much been cooked on this topic, right? And now here comes the thing. Everybody's talking about him shocking the dog. I don't understand why no one's talking about that. Is the fact that he just commands his dog around in this way. Like, of course, a dog is not a human. That's why you don't see dogs renting their own apartments and living their days. Because they're still an animal and not a human. So they have to listen to their owners and shit. But in the end, it's still a living animal that has its own will. So for me, if I have a dog and it wants to get the fuck up and go drink something or go eat something or has to take a fucking piss, then I will let it do that. I will give it water, give it something to eat, and you don't give your dogs infinite food, but you get what I mean, right? Like, for example, if you feed your dog once a day and it's evening and you notice that the dog is really hungry, you give it some food, bro. Or if it tries to show you that it has to go out and take a piss, you take the fucking dog out. you walk the fucking dog. But the way that he treats the dog in this clip is like, in his mind, this is his dog and it has to do whatever he fucking wants because it's his dog, what the fuck. And he just commands it to stay on this one place. Probably because he wants to have a cute dog in the background of his shitty ass stream. I don't actually know if that's the case, but it definitely looks like that. That's the case. Let's say in a situation where in the house, like outside of his room, in the house there's kids around and his dog is not good with kids. In that situation, it would be completely fine and normal and, you know, not at all a bad thing that he wants the dog to stay on his place. Would be very understandable. And I don't know, like there's a slim chance that that's the situation. And that explains it all. Not the shocking part, but the why he wants the dog to stay on this place part. So slim chance, maybe that's the case. I really don't think so. I think that's just the usual behavior that he shows to his dog, is to just treat it, like command it around, like micromanage it, like where it sits, where it's being at any point of time during the day. Again, I don't know. I'm trying to think of an explanation that would explain that kind of behavior. Like maybe the dog has some illness and he has to oversee the dog. Like it cannot stay alone in a room or it might fucking die because it has a stroke. That would explain it too, I guess. Yeah. That wouldn't explain why you wanted to stay exactly on this one spot in the room and why you would shock the dog if it steps 1 foot off that fucking pedestal there. That's still not explained, but that would at least explain why he wants the dog to stay in a room, right? But yeah, I don't know. It's so off to me as a dog owner that you would treat your dog like this fucking toy that you just command around, and if it doesn't listen you just press a button and shock it. Man, I don't know, that just really pissed me off. And that was one part about this whole scenario, like this whole drama that's going on, that seemingly no one was talking about, and I didn't understand why. I don't know, maybe it's a thing that people just raise their dogs like that they want to micromanage their fucking dogs down to every movement they make. I don't really get that, but maybe that's a thing. Seemingly it is. But yeah guys, I don't know, I just think that's really fucked up. Definitely let me know what you think about this whole situation down in the comments. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.